I'm the boy.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready too. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. The Mavs have put the ball in Luka Doncic's hands and asked him to create. Coach Jason Kidd said, I don't know if anybody told Picasso he had to use all the paints, but I just want to remind him that he can rely on his teammates. His teammates are going to be there to help him. Good words from a great point guard, Kevin.
Indeed, that's high praise. The Hall of Famer, DA, thanks. And the starting group for the Spurs. They've got Keldon Johnson. Jones is out there with Collins. And it's Zohan in at the 4 slot. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Powell in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But, Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
Irving passes to Doncic. The kick out to Irving. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Here's Zohan. It's Jones on the wing. Drives to the hoop. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
On the free throw, no good.
During the summer of 2021, the Mavericks had some major changes. Longtime head coach Rick Carlisle left after 13 years in Dallas, and they also got a new GM.
Now, here's Doncic. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. Coaching staff changes aside, Clark. The front office moves affect players that much?
I think they do, Kevin. It's hard for them not to. Normally we see a flurry of trades or free agent signings. We saw it with the Mavericks trading away Kristaps Porzingis, changing the composition of their squad, going in a different direction. So that'll take some adjusting to.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
Here's Irving after the basket by San Antonio. Hardaway passes to Bullock. Doncic feeling it out. Clock at 6. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. He can't get that one to fall. Doncic against Jones. Covered by Irving. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Doncic, and they double up Doncic.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Powell, the pass to Bullock, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Personal foul, second team.
Looking at Reggie Bullock, boy, he's had quite the ride as a pro.
Yeah, he certainly has, Greg. I mean, he's been a lot of places during his 8-year career, but the thing I like, no matter where he's been and what uniform he's worn, he knocks down shots and does exactly what's asked of him.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Famers.
And the second free throw, good. And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
And it's Sohan missing. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Bullock kicks to Doncic. Passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Chalk up 2 there.
Luka's a big 6'7", very strong, deceptively so. He's an extra forward out there rebounding the ball, even though he's got point guard skills when it's in his hand.
Now here's Johnson. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Graham inside the line. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And the Spurs with possession after Luka Doncic's miss. Great D that time from Powell. In the corner, Irving with it. Shoots over Graham. The rebound by Johnson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
Tell you what, like with most players, when Doncic is aggressive on defense, it makes a difference and causes his coaches to smile.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 2. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And the accepted wisdom is role players tend to play better at home than on the road. I've always wondered, Clark, how does that affect them more than stars?
You know, I don't know if I actually buy into that. I do think there's a comfort level when you're at home. I think it's always a little more pressurized to be the home team because you have some additional distractions. Typically, role players are a little more inconsistent overall just based on their particular positions, but that's why you don't call them stars. You call them role players.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Ntilikina out there with Hardy. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's Green in at the small forward. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Spurs passing it around. McDermott can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul.
That one on Hardy.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Spurs shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he makes the first. That one drops. He ties it up. And here are the Mavericks now. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
11 feet away. Doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Kina looking it over. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you talk about believing in yourself. And how about Christian Wood?
Greg, self-talk and self-confidence is critically important at this level. And, you know, this guy, Christian Wood, was cut or waived from 4 NBA teams. Wasn't on an NBA roster for an entire season. Finally broke through with Detroit in year 5, and there's no turning back now for the big fella.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20-10 guy. But now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
Mavericks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Zach Collins checked in for Roby. That one is no good. And you hear about impacting winning. How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable.
Just 4 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's the drive. Here's Ntilikina. And that one is off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Outside, Jones. Pass to West. Outside, Jones. Teardrop shot. On its way from McDermott for 2. Christian Wood grabs the rebound. Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons. And former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game. And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. Doncic passes to Hardaway. A floater. The rebound by Johnson. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. To the paint. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Hardaway against Johnson. And it's denied.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Graham gets a wide open look off the left rim and out.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Spurs lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, you know. It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
With how they're shooting, it's a miracle they're still in this game. There's still a whole half left to play. We need to stop wasting shots and get serious about finding quality looks.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. The lead is 2. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got Collins. Jones is out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Sohan in at the power forward.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And a wide open look for Irving. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Irving's got 6 points.
And the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Collins. Shoots over Powell. Misses off the right iron. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Clark, when the Mavs traded for Rajon Rondo during the 14-15 season, Dwight Powell was included in that package, and he's still with them.
Yeah, you know, Rondo spent just a half season with the Mavs, and really at that point in time was in the second half of his career, while Powell has been there ever since and is a nice foundational piece. I mean, they love his work ethic, and he's a key part of their rotation, and I don't see that changing.
And it's Bullock missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. He's covered by Irving. Powell pulls it in.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Dallas moving it around. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Here's Bullock, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Free throw good. Bullock. Christian Woods checked in for the Mavericks. Green comes in for Hardaway. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now the pass to Bates Diop.
2 minutes.
Pass to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. And that one goes long.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
On the wing, Johnson. On the wing, Johnson. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Green. Rebounded by the Spurs. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. He's covered by Irving, and the shot goes in. 6 points for him.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Here's Green. Again, the Mavericks score.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Bates Diop, guarded by Doncic. That one drops for him.
Bates Diop.
Bates Diop's got his first basket of the night.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Now, here is Irving. D right on him. Bucket is good. Irving's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Mavs.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
Here's Wesley. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Dallas Mavericks. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Dwight Powell is out there with Wood. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Irving at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Now here's McDermott, guarded by Hardaway. And finished off by McDermott.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And Irving with the basket on the assist from Hardaway. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. Pass to Collins. Shoots over Powell. Shot by Collins, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Dallas making a switch here. McGee's checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now here's McDermott, guarded by Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on JaVale McGee.
He's still trying to find his footing, but Doug McDermott is a great shooter, no question about that, but he needs to keep adding more to his game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And McDermott drops them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, because you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Irving against Graham. Picked his pocket. Pass to Jones. Now here's McDermott, guarded by Hardaway. 13 feet away. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Down low, and stolen by Graham. And the pass to Jones.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Both good from the line that time.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Outside Irving. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Spurs trail by 4. Jones in the post. He's guarded by Bullock. Jones, no luck. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Yes, that goes in.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive.
Battles through traffic and lays it in. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Keldon Johnson taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
I like seeing Johnson handle these moments. You can tell he loves getting to the line with the game up for grabs.
So Johnson hits 2 of them.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Right side, Irving. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
You know, I really liked how aggressive he's been getting inside. He's finding lanes and avenues to the rim and making the defense pay when he does get inside. I thought he really helped lead the charge for his team.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Thank you, David. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Dallas, Kyrie Irving. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Here's Jones. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Luka Doncic. At the line for 2.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
If you want a guy who makes plays when it matters most, the guy you want is Luka controlling the offense here.
And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
For your junior defense crew. Give a big round of applause for your defense crew.
Inside. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What a big-time shot from Johnson. This kid's confidence is through the roof.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
A prime-time player. Doncic loves these moments. All eyes on Luka.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
On the wing, Johnson. That shot missing. Good D by Hardaway. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Trey Jones. 4th personal foul. 15 foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks, Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Now an MVP caliber player, Doncic's drive is evident. I mean, he's somebody that wants to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And he's well on his way based on what he's done thus far.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Jones, the pass to Sohan. Offline with his 3. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally. Just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.